Imagine, like, writing a letter to Santa Claus, but not to ask for a shiny new bicycle or a video game.
Right, not your typical wish list.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, you're writing it because the crushing weight of your adult existence has left you with absolutely no other options.
Oh.
You are literally turning to a childhood myth just to fix a broken heart.
It is a pretty heavy premise.
It really is. So today we are taking what looks like a completely standard, maybe slightly cheesy YouTube holiday song, and we are putting it under an absolute microscope.
We really are tearing this thing apart.
We are. It's this track called My Christmas Wish, the special version, by an artist named J.M. Canonigo. And, you know, while you might think a deep dive into a holiday lyric transcript is going to be all like sleigh bells and tinsel.
Definitely not.
No, I promise you, this text is hiding a massive existential crisis.
It really is. I mean, if you just glance at the vocabulary words like, you know, Santa Claus, magical sleigh, Christmas, you're going to assume this is designed to be just a frictionless, joyous piece of seasonal media.
Just background music for wrapping presents, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to read it that way completely ignores the agonizing philosophical friction happening right beneath the surface.
Yeah.
We are looking at a text that grapples with severe existential longing, the failure of adult pragmatism, and really the terrifying reality of the passing of time.
Exactly. We aren't just reciting holiday lyrics here. Our mission today is to completely deconstruct this transcript to show you how a seemingly simple song actually captures the heavy, like very real human struggle of wanting to freeze time.
Which is such a universal feeling.
It is, and it's brilliant. It is unexpectedly devastating. And yeah, okay, it is a little bit absurd that we are treating a YouTube Christmas song like a lost work of Shakespeare.
But the depth is genuinely there. I mean it.
It is. Okay, let's unpack this. I want to start with that severe tonal whiplash right at the beginning, because those opening lines do not sound like a holiday jingle.
Not at all. I mean, the text begins by establishing a very heavy, very grounded bass line. The speaker states, we've done our best to make the right choices in life.
Right. And that sounds like the opening of an intense couples therapy session.
Yeah, or a midlife crisis.
Totally. Not a song about a magical sleigh.
No, it immediately anchors the listener in a very specific adult reality. Like, the phrase, done our best to make the right choices, carries so much psychological baggage.
So much.
It implies effort, it implies consequence, and most importantly, it implies this exhaustion with the rules of adulthood.
Like they're just tired of trying so hard.
Yes. It's the language of someone who has tried to adhere to a rational ethical framework. You know, they believed in the unwritten social contract of maturity.
Right, like if I do the right things, I will get the right outcome.
Exactly.
But then, like right after that heavy sigh of adult responsibility, we get an immediate jarring pivot.
We do.
The text says, brightest early star, make my wish come true, and then introduces this huge conditional statement. It says, if Santa Claus and magic were real.
It's a phenomenal juxtaposition. I mean, the collision between the pragmatic adult and the desperate child.
Yeah, it perfectly captures a very specific feeling. It's like, well, it's like being that deeply pragmatic adult we all try to be, right?
Sure.
You've paid your taxes on time, you've eaten your vegetables, you've made all the logical, sensible relationship choices.
You followed the rules.
You follow the rules, you were doing everything right. And then, out of nowhere, you reach a point of such profound, crushing longing that you just go out and buy a handful of lottery tickets.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
Or you catch yourself standing by a window in the middle of the night, genuinely wishing on a shooting star. It's this violent collision of rational maturity with like a desperate hope for magical intervention.
What's fascinating here is why the speaker evokes this magic in the first place. Like, think about the underlying causality.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, the speaker explicitly notes they have done our best to make the right choices, but the implication is that those choices, that rational, painstaking adult effort, did not yield the outcome they wanted.
So the math just didn't add up. Doing the quote-unquote right thing didn't keep their life together.
Precisely. The system of meritocracy has completely broken down for this individual. So, when the real world fails to provide a solution, the human brain starts looking for loopholes.
Like hacking the system.
Yeah. Because the adult reality is too uncompromising, the speaker has to invoke Santa Claus and magic simply to achieve the core goal of, as they say, us being together. They are actively regressing to childhood mythologies as a coping mechanism.
So it's not just for fun.
No, the magic isn't some whimsical, decorative addition to their life. It's an absolute psychological necessity because real-world pragmatism has failed to bring this specific person back to them.
Which is such a wild way to frame Santa Claus. I mean, he's not a jolly guy bringing toys to good kids.
No.
He's literally the absolute last resort for a broken heart.
He is.
And since the adult framework has completely failed them, and they're forced to rely on this massive magical intervention, it begs the question, like, when you are driven to that level of desperation, what exactly is the scope of your wish?
Right, what are you asking for?
Yeah, if you have the ear of the universe, what are you asking for? And the text actually splits this into two absolute extremes. We have the micro and we have the macro.
Let's look at the mechanics of those two wishes because they're fascinating.
Okay.
First, we have the micro wish, which is doubly personal and incredibly intimate.
Right.
The lyric is, "My wish for Christmas would be us being together." This is the localized pain of separation. Like, this is the emotional engine driving the entire narrative.
Right, it's just about two people. It's so small.
Yeah.
But then immediately, in the very next breath, we zoom out to a massive global perspective.
Huge.
The lyrics say, "My Christmas wish for the world is an everlasting light of truth, limitless liberty."
It is a staggering leap in scale. I mean, you are jumping from the quiet intimacy of us being together
To stop here and push back on the speaker's motives a little bit.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because when I read that massive transition, it makes me highly suspicious. Like, is this grand global wish for an everlasting light of truth just a massive philosophical smokescreen?
A smokescreen? How do you mean?
I mean, is the speaker trying to make their deeply selfish personal wish like just wanting their ex back or wanting this specific relationship, fixed sound, more noble to the universe?
Oh, I see.
It's like when you're a kid praying for a new video game and you feel a little guilty because it's selfish, so you quickly tack on, "Oh, and please bring world peace too."
Just to hedge your bets.
Yes, just to hedge your bets. Are they just trying to trick the cosmos into thinking they are altruistic?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a cynical trick or a smokescreen so much as a psychological bargain.
A bargain.
Yeah, when people are in deep emotional pain, they often struggle with feelings of worthiness. They might feel that asking the universe to bend reality just to fix their personal love life is too demanding.
Like they don't deserve it.
Right, so by sandwiching that intense desire for reconciliation next to universally lauded concepts like truth and liberty, they are trying to prove they are worthy of the wish.
Oh, that's interesting.
If their personal wish is granted alongside global liberty, it feels less like a selfish plea and more like, I don't know, a holistic restoration of order in the universe.
That's good. That makes sense. They're trying to balance the scales of their own guilt. But wait, before we give them too much credit for their beautiful, altruistic desire for world peace, we have to talk about the glitch.
Ah, yes. The glitch.
Because the transcript of this text does something completely wild right in the middle of these grand wishes, and it kind of ruins their noble facade.
Yes, the textual anomaly. It is impossible to ignore when reading the transcript.
It really is.
So, in the first instance, the speaker wishes for limitless liberty. But upon the repetition of this stanza later in the text, that phrase morphs bizarrely into limitless celebrity.
Limitless celebrity. I mean, it is so jarring. You're reading along, thinking about freedom and truth, and suddenly it's like a Kardashian hijacked the song.
It completely disrupts the high-minded philosophical tone we were just analyzing.
Really?
Now, we have to look at the how and why of this anomaly. Given that this is a transcript from a YouTube video, we have to acknowledge the strong probability that this is an auto-generated caption glitch.
Just machine learning run amok.
Exactly. When an algorithm creates captions, it doesn't just listen to phonetics, right? It relies on predictive probability based on the massive data sets it was trained on.
Right, it's guessing based on context.
Yes. So the algorithm misheard the phonetic similarities between liberty and celebrity. And because celebrity is such a high-frequency word in modern internet culture, the machine simply guessed that the speaker was wishing for fame instead of freedom.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
But even if it's just a machine error, it acts like an algorithmic Freudian slip.
It really does.
It completely undercuts the grandiosity of the previous wish.
It does. And if we analyze the text exactly as it is presented to us, regardless of how the error occurred, it introduces a brilliant layer of modern cynicism.
How so?
Well, it forces the listener to question the stability of those noble ideals. In our current cultural landscape, does the pursuit of liberty often degrade into the mere pursuit of celebrity?
Oh, wow, yes.
By leaving this glitch in our analysis, the text inadvertently critiques the very bargaining you were just pointing out. The machine is essentially calling their bluff.
Wow, an accidental critique of our own vanity delivered by a YouTube algorithm. That is wild.
It really is.
But let's get back to the core mechanism of the wish itself. Since they are asking for this massive intervention, personal reconciliation, truth, and either liberty or celebrity, how is this all supposed to actually happen? Like, who is executing this dual wish?
This is where we see Santa's role fully transition in the text. Let's look at the subsequent lines. They say, "When Santa flies in his magical sleigh, he fulfills my deepest desire, a journey taken to bring us together once again."
Right. And notice, there are no presents mentioned.
None.
There are no chimneys, no reindeer, no milk and cookies.
Santa has been stripped of his traditional commercial context. He's no longer a purveyor of consumer goods. He has been entirely repurposed into a mystical agent of relationship reconciliation.
It's a total rebrand.
Exactly. The magical sleigh isn't a delivery vehicle for toys. It is the literal transport mechanism required to cross the massive distance, be it physical or emotional, that separates the speaker from their loved one.
Here's where it gets really interesting to me, because he's basically functioning as a plot device.
Yes, he is the ultimate deus ex machina for adult heartbreak.
Okay, for anyone who hasn't taken a screenwriting or literature class recently, give us the quick breakdown on that term. What does that mean?
Sure, so deus machina literally translates to God from the machine. In ancient Greek theater, when a playwright had written their characters into an impossible situation, they would literally use a mechanical crane, the machine, to lower an actor playing a god onto the stage.
Oh, to just magically solve everything.
Exactly, to magically solve all the problems and resolve the plot. It's a sudden, miraculous intervention that fixes an unsolvable, real-world problem.
That is exactly what this is. I mean, the speaker's real-world right choices failed to fix the relationship. The plot is stuck.
Right, they have nowhere left to go.
So they need the ultimate crane, the magical sleigh to drop Santa Claus in to fix the unfixable. It takes this universal icon of childhood joy and, like, weaponizes him for adult sorrow.
Which leads us to the most crucial element of the entire text. Why does this intervention need to happen right now? What is driving this level of desperation?
It all comes down to the speaker's relationship with time. And this is where the song goes from being a little sad to deeply existential.
The temporal paradox in this text is its most complex feature.
There is a direct head-on collision between two specific lines in the lyrics. On one hand, you have this incredibly grounded, almost stoic instruction.
Yeah.
The speaker tells themselves to embrace the present moment and trust the process, knowing all things are fleeting.
That is a classic tenet of mindfulness. I mean, it's just the psychological practice of recognizing and accepting impermanence.
Right. It's super enlightened, very zen. You can picture them taking a deep breath and trying to find their center.
Yeah, being very present.
But then, literally, in the very next breath, the text issues this desperate, begging plea. It says, "May Christmas last forever."
The contradiction is absolute.
So what does this all mean? How can you simultaneously tell yourself to trust the process of things ending, while in the exact same breath, literally begging for a single day to stretch into eternity? How do we reconcile a brain that is doing both of those things at once?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, what we're seeing is a flawless articulation of a universal human condition. It is the brutal war between human intellect and human emotion.
You can break that down for me.
Intellectually, the speaker is fully aware of reality. They know the science of time. They know they must accept that all things are fleeting. They are actively trying to coach themselves through the pain of impermanence by using the therapeutic language of our era, right? Like, trust the process, embrace the present.
It's like they're reading a self-help book to themselves out loud in the mirror, just desperately trying to believe it.
Exactly, but emotionally, the emotional core of this person flatly rejects the intellectual premise.
It just refuses.
Yes, they are entirely incapable of letting go. The human amygdala, the emotional center, doesn't care about trusting the process. It feels the pain of loss and it rebels.
Right, logic goes out the window.
Completely. They do not want things to be fleeting. They want the specific, perfect moment of reunion, the magic of this idealized Christmas to become completely permanent. May Christmas last forever.
It is the ultimate tragedy of being self-aware. Like, you know you have to let go. You have the vocabulary to let go.
Yeah.
But you just can't physically make your heart do it.
And this internal war manifests in the very structure of the lyrics. Notice the repetitive, almost chant-like refrain that dominates the text.
Oh, right.
They say, "It's Christmas all over the world tonight," repeated over and over and over again. It's Christmas all over the world. Oh, it's Christmas all over the world.
It totally feels like a chant, like a mantra.
That is exactly what it is, and we need to look at how mantras actually function on a psychological level. When a person is facing severe existential dread, like, say, the terror of time passing and taking away the things they love, the nervous system goes into overdrive.
Yeah, full panic mode.
By engaging in repetitive chanting, you are introducing a cognitive load.
Wait, a cognitive load, like giving your brain a task to distract it.
Precisely. By constantly repeating that it is Christmas right now all over the world, the speaker is occupying their brain's working memory. They are trying to forcibly freeze time through vocal repetition.
Wow.
If they just keep saying it, if they just keep chanting the reality of the present moment, they can physically soothe their nervous system and stave off the inevitable reality.
Which is that the holiday will pass.
Right. The holiday will pass, the magic will fade, and they will have to return to their painful, fleeting adult life without the person they love.
When you break down the psychology of it, that repetition isn't just a catchy chorus for a pop song.
No, it's not.
It is an act of sheer, terrifying desperation. It's someone trying to hold back the tide of time with their bare hands, just by repeating the same words over and over.
It transforms what might sound to a casual listener like a cheerful holiday hook into a profound expression of existential dread.
It really does. Okay, this has been an incredible journey through a text that honestly I would have entirely skimmed past if we hadn't put it under the microscope today. We've distilled some incredibly intense takeaways from J.M. Canonico's track.
We certainly have. We've seen how the traditional tropes of Santa, magical sleighs, and Christmas are entirely stripped of their mere festive decorations.
Right, they aren't just background noise for a holiday party. In this text, they operate as desperate vessels for existential longing. They become the tools a human mind uses to pursue ultimate truth, whether that's global liberty or fixing the deep, agonizing pain of human separation.
It is a text that uses the accessible framework of a holiday wish to explore the fundamental limitations of the human condition.
Exactly.
It exposes the inability of our quote-unquote right choices to guarantee our happiness, and it highlights the agonizing friction between accepting impermanence and desiring eternity.
Which brings me directly to you listening to this right now. Think about your own life, because this text is holding up a mirror. How do you reconcile your own right choices in life with the things you secretly still wish could be magically fixed?
A tough question.
It is, because we all have those moments where our pragmatism just isn't enough. When do you catch yourself staring out the window, looking for that brightest early star? And how do you balance your deep, sometimes selfish personal longings with your grander hopes for the world?
Do they conflict?
Yeah, do they conflict, or do you use one to bargain for the other like we saw in the text?
This raises an important question for all of us. It forces us to confront the utility of our own magical thinking. Like, when do we deploy our own versions of a deus ex machina, our own Santa Claus, to cope with a reality that feels too heavy to carry?
Exactly. And I want to leave you with a final provocative paradox to mull over on your own. A thought that builds right on the very tension we've been unpacking this entire time.
I love a good paradox.
So, in the lyrics, the speaker states that Santa flying his magical sleigh fulfills my deepest desire by bringing them together, and they beg for Christmas to last forever. But think about the actual mechanics of that wish.
Okay.
If magic did exist to freeze time, if you actually got that wish, it made a fleeting moment last forever, would you lose the very ability to embrace the present moment that the song initially tells us we must do?
Oh, wow. That is the ultimate question of permanence. If nothing ever ends, does anything have value?
Right. If a moment lasts forever, is it still special? Is it the very fact that things are fleeting, that time is passing and slipping through our fingers, that makes the wish to stop time so incredibly powerful in the first place?
It's the scarcity that creates the value.
Exactly. If you never had to face the cold reality of a Tuesday morning, would you ever really appreciate the magic of a holiday?
It's something to think about the next time you hear a simple, catchy chorus on a YouTube video. There might just be an existential crisis hiding in the sleigh bells.
Indeed there might.
Thanks for diving deep with us today. Keep questioning the text.